Hey, very good afternoon once again. Welcome to another Blackpool Pleasure Beach, Aviktas and Grand National update here from Friday the 13th of June, a very superstitious day for some and of course not for many others. But yeah, here we are back in the tunnel having our weekly look here at the demolition works happening on the former Bowl-a-Drome and Planet Rock building, which was the White Dome, which housed very different rides and shows in the past. But as we've been showing the past 2 to 3 weeks, the demolition works have definitely progressed significantly over the past month, and straight away compared to last week they have done a lot more demolition compared to last week. We've been fully right inside that building now. Only the outer walls on the far left and the far right remain, but everything internally has all been gutted out, and they're very right down there at the far end, and you can still see some of the themed walls like you can see there on the far right, like the old fake rock effect. That's still all intact, and we still have the 4 steel foundation poles here, which were the base for the Planet Rock building, and also we do have some brick walls behind and some other types of wall behind there as well, which were the Bowl-a-Drome walls. Got some office blocks on the far left as well. I'm not too sure if they will be coming down at a later date or if that's part of the FY4 dining area, but they're still all intact at the minute. And of course we do have loads of piles of debris all over the place. Like in front of me here, we do have lots of, I think it was either flooring or waterproof roofing all laid up here. We have piles and piles of wood all down here on the right, taps of bricks and smashed up concrete, glass all over the place. More bits of crushed up concrete over there as well, bits of old sinks and toiletware. And as we come further over to the left, we've got piles of cabling, wiring. I'm not too sure what it is to the far left, I can't really make it out from here. But also as well, we do have the very top of the White Dome Planet Rock building. That is just in the centre of your screen. I'll put a ring on it and also show you the better shot in just a second, but that is all still intact just there. So yeah, over the past 2 weeks, month or so, as I say, they have really progressed demolition works here from the Bowl-a-Drome and Planet Rock building as we gain ever closer to the full building being taken down, clearance to be taking place, and then it's straight onto foundation works, I would imagine. More ground testing and then foundation works for this brand new attraction for 2026. So here's another shot then from just a slightly different angle. As I say, you can see one of the Bowl-a-Drome walls all still intact there, not been taken down just yet, with the lamppost all still intact as well. And like I said prior, they do have the very top of the old Planet Rock building, the White Dome, sort of like funnel, that's still intact just there as well. And if I pan over to the left now, you can clearly see that far right wall as well that runs parallel with the River Caves ramp. You can just see the green handrails, that's the River Caves ramp. That wall for the Bowl-a-Drome arcade is all there as well. All the doors, all the windows slightly smashed as well. And you can sort of see the other side that guests would normally see, the white facade is all starting to crumble and collapse towards the footpath as well. So yeah, not too sure when they'll be taking all the outer walls down, but at the minute it's all been more internal, gutting it out, ripping everything out before they can just probably push both outer walls into where the internal bits were. I'd imagine probably that's be the safest way to demolish this building. But as you can just see everywhere, there's lots of debris everywhere, wood, concrete, steel, cables, everything. Compared to previous weeks as well, we did normally have a digger on site doing all the demolition works, but I don't know if it's hiding behind the massive rubble piles or if it's more inside what's left of the building, the Bowl-a-Drome building, but I can't see it from the tunnel angles anyway, so maybe it's either not on site or, as I say, it's hiding somewhere in the back that I can't see it currently. But as I say, it's good to see the progress happening here quite swiftly with the demolition works here on the Bowl-a-Drome and Planet Rock building. So now we'll move over to the Grand National. As you see, closed today like it has been for the past few weeks and months, but we are in June currently, Friday the 13th of June, the day I'm filming this. compared to last week where we had just a blue train receiving its seats and padding in, and also the front of the blue train being on the other side of the station. I'm pretty sure that is the same as this week, because the front of the blue train is still not on this side, but we do have some progression happening on purple. We do now have the side padding now all in. We do have the seats in as well. Just looks like the front car there, row 3, looks like it's just awaiting some seats there, but every other row from what I can see has all got its seats in and full padding in as well. So yeah, good to see here that the full seats are now in both trains currently. Still nothing on the green train or purple train. Whether they'll come in at all this year, I'm not too sure. Maybe they're having extensive maintenance on them two trains, or maybe it's going to be like how Big One operates and various other rides on Park, how they'll only run sort of half the capacity and sort of made the other train sort of like a non-service train for the year. So Big One has 3 in total. They'll keep 2 in the station and 1 is always off the tracks for the year, and then it's like a train rotation every year, so they'll keep always 2 in the station and 1 off. So obviously Grand National has 4, so they're going to keep 2 off the tracks and 2 on the tracks, which is good and bad. Obviously good because then you're not needing as many staff to operate it, but also bad because if one train breaks, you can't really operate Grand National. I mean, you could on one train, but it takes the fun out of it, of racing. So yeah, I'd probably ideally say maybe at least have 3 trains for Grand National at least, so you can always have 2 racing each other. But yeah, that's enough about me waffling about trains and stuff. It's more talking about the progression work on the Grand National, which I've said, blue trains last week had its seats fully installed. Purple this week, apart from that 3rd row on the front train, has got its seats back in. And we'll just move over to the other side to see if the front of the blue train is sitting there. So yeah, let's just head on over to that side now. Right, so I look onto the other station, and if you've seen the YouTube short that I did, that was filmed on Monday of this week. The front of the blue train was sitting on the running track earlier in the week, but from what I can see now, the camera will definitely be able to pick this up. They have pushed the front of the blue train through that shutter door there into the maintenance bay. So the front of the blue train is in there, and then the rest of the blue train, as you've seen, is on the other side with the full purple train as well. Because I do believe that on Monday, not too sure any other days, but definitely Monday morning before the park opened, Grand National, according to some of the people who work here, was testing. Whether that's true or not, whether they're just making it up, I'm not too sure, but it's a bit of coincidence how the blue train was on the left side and then the front car magically appeared on this side. So it must have had to go round to be on this side, but as of today, Friday, it is behind that shutter door down there, and there's no other signs of green train or red train either. So not really an awful lot to talk about. As I said last time I did the full update, they've completed the painting, they've started work on putting all the seats in on the trains, and now this week all the seats are now completed. So there's still no official date when the Grand National is to open here at the park. The park have just said end of June, so obviously we've got to go off that based on the end of June. Could be the very last day of June, we don't know. They're just saying the back end of June at the minute, because they need to at least do plenty of testing to be signed off and be ready for guests to ride. But at its current stage, the Grand National is still not open here at Pleasure Beach, but we are still towards the start of the month currently. So it probably won't be the best of angles compared to the tunnel shots that I got, but you can see the white facade wall right down there in the distance for the Bowl-a-Drome, and as I say, the white walls are collapsing a little bit due to the demolition work. So you can see the very far end of it, there is like a small hole appearing, and the wall actually starting to bend to the left towards the pathway here and the ramp, because obviously there's no sort of structure, there's nothing supporting that part of the building anymore. So probably one slight tap from the digger in the next few weeks and it will just crumble down. Whether, as I said, in the tunnel they'll do it outwards towards the ramp or do it inwards to the ramp is another question. I would probably say it'd be safer to do it inwards to the area of the inside the building where they have gutted out and still gutting out. But yeah, the white facade there you can see on the Bowl-a-Drome is starting to come down, with the rest of the building coming down as well. And as I pointed out in the tunnel, there was some offices somewhere around here behind FY4, but I don't know whether it is part of FY4 here, the eatery in the bar area, or if it was part of the arcade building. So if they do come down, we'll know if it was part of that, but if it doesn't, then we know it's part of FY4. But yeah, it will be interesting and very good to see the brand new ride here in this area for next year. So yeah, let's end this clip before that water show starts, because it can get very noisy. So here you go, here's an up-close look then at part of the Bowl-a-Drome, or the former Bowl-a-Drome arcade. You can sort of see here the white facade has sort of crumbled a little bit, starting to collapse here, as they have definitely progressed all the way down the white building on the inside of it to gut it out, remove everything that's on the inside. And as a result of that, as I said, just the white sections here have got no structure anymore. They've got very limited ways in holding themselves up, so they've got no other options but to sort of collapse a little bit and to start to crumble. I'm not too sure what will happen with this building here as well, this grey building, whether that's part of the Bowl-a-Drome as well, the arcade building, I'm not too sure, but definitely all the white building here will be taken down over the next weeks and months to come as well. So yeah, it's just a matter of time before they start knocking down this section here, if that is to come down, that is of course, which will open up this space massively as well, because I don't know how big the gyro swing will take up and how much queue line space will be needed as well. So that'll be a look here mainly from the Bowl-a-Drome and Grand National from this week. I will head on around the rest of the park and maybe show some other small changes that I noticed as well, but from the two main projects here currently, that's your look here from Friday the 13th of June. Just whilst I'm stood next to the former Bowl-a-Drome, probably worth a quick mention, the River Caves is here. There you go, that's your look at River Caves and your update, because there practically isn't any. As I've been doing over the past few weeks, I might not have been showing it, mentioning it. There's been some people asking about it, but there's just no point really mentioning it or talking about it, because it's a dark ride. Everything's going to be happening on the inside like it was when Valhalla was shut for a few years. There's not going to be any changes happening on the outside for a while, I would imagine. I mean, it looks exactly the same as when it's shut the other year. So yeah, this is why I don't really talk about River Caves, because there's no point. So it's worth a quick mention that Infusion here has apparently been closed, and it's been on the website closed the past few days for planned maintenance. I mean, I was on park Monday of this week and it was open, and I'm on park today, Friday, and it's open. The ride is open with guests, so must have just been shut for the past 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, for some very quick maintenance. But yeah, the ride is back open with guests, not on 2 trains today because it is very quiet on park. Yeah, just to 1 train today, but Infusion is open. I mean, you can see some guests there going down. So yeah, all open, all fine, Infusion at the minute. So over here at the former Grand Prix Helix, we've been talking about it a few times in previous updates, how park rangers, gardening teams have been out putting fresh soil down and grass seeds. And well, look at all this section here now. It has fully grown, fully green in the last week as well. It has helped as well that we have had a lot of rain here in Blackpool over the past few days, and like today, a lot of sunshine helping this area grow as well. And currently we do have teams over there still carving a line, a path out for these new pathways that will be going in and around the fountain area at the minute. So yeah, here's your quick look then here from the Grand Prix Helix area, showing the lovely fresh grass here and some teams over there working on the new pathways that are becoming, I would imagine, maybe for the summer holidays when the kids are off for 6 weeks, probably all open then. But yeah, this has definitely been the correct move from the park. Obviously they removed the ride to come to the end of its service life, and instead of putting a new ride in, because the park hasn't got any intentions to do that anytime soon, it was obviously the correct decision, like I mentioned last year in the tunnel during the demolition of the Helix, that putting a grassy area or a gardens area at least is the correct move for the time being, until the park do decide to put something here in its place. So yeah, good to see the teams over there working on the new pathways and stuff. So as the big one ascends there to throw those riders, the excitement doesn't stop here at the Pleasure Beach. Check it out. So we used to have obviously the carousel here, then it changed to a shed, and now we've got some benches and a bin. The excitement never ends here at Pleasure Beach, the park that loves to give more to experience, where you can experience benches and tables. There you go. No more carousel, replaced with a shed, now a bin and some tables. So it's come towards the end of this Pleasure Beach update here from Friday the 13th of June. We've showed quite a lot again, haven't we? We showed more progress happening over on the Bowl-a-Drome demolition and the Planet Rock building. Good to see the insides of the Bowl-a-Drome are fully gutted and all fully removed. Just them big piles of rubble all over the place, from flooring to wood to cabling, concrete, all sorts of stuff. And from on board the big one and Big Dipper, you do get a great aerial view of the site as well, just showing the outer walls of the Bowl-a-Drome building still intact. I had a quick look at the Grand National as well, how both trains, both blue and purple, now have their seats fully in and all the padding now installed. And we had a little look about with the changes still happening with the Grand Prix site, how the gardening team were on site digging all the roped off pathways that have been shown previously, because they are preparing even for new pathways. And we could see all the new grass has now fully grown, and it's looking really nice in that area now compared to how it used to. So if you enjoyed this update today, be sure to hit the subscribe button, tick the bell so you don't miss out on any future Pleasure Beach updates, and I'll of course back to show you more updates in the future, whether that be more Bowl-a-Drome stuff, Grand National, or even Grand Prix area as well. Be sure to show you it whenever the changes do occur. So see you all again very soon.